Alright, we are back. I got my strawberry banana smoothie. I got my black chick bubble gum. Let's play some Ascension. Wow. Wow. 2,826 experience for killing that mob is insane. That is a lot of experience. Ooh. Ah, sweet and sour smoothie. Making my eyes spin in my head.
Lovely.
That's because I was on rest time. I was wondering why I was getting so much. I was just on rest time. Still, 1400 XP is good. We started trying to level at what, 7? We're gonna say 714. See how fast we can. Well, this won't count because we weren't. See how fast we can level from level 36 to 37. My record is 12 minutes?
Lovely.
Mm.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
All right, we're at 8 minutes. Combat.
Lovely.
What abilities are we missing? Well, Mark of the Wild would be one. We have Feign Death, yeah. Kick we've got. Evasion we don't have. We may grab Evasion at some point. Yeah, well, we're at 10 minutes. We're not going to make the speed. Not going to get to level, the next level. It's not going to be a new record. That we're spawning fast enough.
Lovely. Lovely.
We're at 11 minutes. $12 minutes. Now we're at 13 minutes. Oh, so yeah, could have broke my record, but 13 minutes to level from 36 to 37. Fire main leggings. Research 19 strength, 5 stamina. Increase the mount threat, 19 strength. Ooh, jeez, a lot of strength. 182 armor. Oh, Jesus, these are way better. Those are way better. you.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Silky spider cape. Nice stamina, but it's not as good as the increased damage on Thundercloud.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Ooh, 632 thunderclap. Jesus. That's pretty big. Wow, that's huge, actually. There was almost 800 damage. See, I'm hitting pretty hard. Still not hard enough, though. I'm just concerned when we go up against other players that are going to have crazy builds I've never heard of. But I'm going to get my ass handed to me. I guess we won't know until we get out there. To the outland. Barren outland. Based.
Lovely.
632 thunderclap. Wow. Already got the marker car. Oh, you had fun, Isabel? Hey, no problem, dude. I'm a little murlocked. Just chilling on the beach. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Isabel. That shepherd's pie was amazing. I told my wife it was like the best shepherd's pie she's ever made. I got a bunch left over in the fridge. Oh, it was good. I mean, it was really good. She makes it with corn. You know, it's got hamburger in it, but it's corn and peas, and she mashes up the potatoes, herself, of course, and just, oh my goodness, it was it was so good. I told her, I go, this is, I mean, she makes shepherd's pie, fairly frequently, like once every month or so, and this was the best one she ever made. She always changes the recipe up a little bit just to try different things out. Next time she's gonna try doing an extra layer of cheese. So like normally it's just a layer of cheese on top, but Next time she said she's going to try putting a layer of cheese. She'll put like all the vegetables and the meat on the bottom, then put a layer of cheese, and put the potatoes, then put a layer of cheese, which will actually add more cheese to it. No, I understand. That's all good, man. I wish I mean, I can only speak English. I'm a dumb American, so not that I'm dumb. I'm not dumb, but you know what I mean. I always feel like Americans are idiots because we only speak one language. You know, it's stupid. You know, actually, I really wish I could speak more languages. You know, I always wanted to learn like Korean, Russian, and French. Those would be my top 3 languages I'd like to learn to be Korean, Russian, and French. And of course Hungarian, since, you know, I am 50% Hungarian. My father was, you know, all Hungarian, but unfortunately he didn't teach me how to speak Hungarian. And to be all fair, so my parents were divorced when I was pretty young, so I wasn't around my dad as much. He was a good guy though. Yeah, that shepherd's pie. Whew. Man, that's my favorite kind of food. I love kind of that, I don't know what you want to call it, kind of that hearty, just meat and veggies type food, you know. Of course that, and I love pizza. I can't help it. I always love myself some pizza. You gonna do the Frost Priest? Oh, that sounds cool. Frost Priest sounds kind of cool. I know a lot of people do like Frost Archer. Man, I'm getting so many blue eyes. I'll tell you what though, when you hit level 20, if you pick the um, high risk mode, you get so much. You just get blue drops left and right. I get so many blues, it's crazy. I leveled all the way to like in the low risk mode. I leveled all the way to like 46, and I probably only saw like 1 blue drop, maybe 2. But once I turned high risk mode on level 20 on this character, I've seen 30 blue drops, maybe more. I haven't seen any epic drops, and I did get an epic drop on my other character right before I died. Right before I died, I got an epic weapon. Look, and here's another blue drop. Jeez. And it's interesting is they give you the dungeon drops. Like, this is an item that drops since, you know, Scarlet Monastery, but they drop the dungeon stuff out in the real world, which is interesting. I hate to sell the Condor meat because it's kind of... probably sells in the auction house for a little bit of money, but well, who cares? We can't use the auction house right now, so...
Lovely.
Gonna have to figure out something with my inventory here. What can we get rid of here? Can we get rid of any of this stuff? I mean, I'm such a pack rat. I hate throwing stuff away. We don't need that. What is a smudged item there? So funny that even with all these big bags, I'm constantly dealing with inventory issues. Never get away from the old inventory issues.
Lovely. Lovely.
Man, Thunderclap for 657 damage is just insane.
Lovely.
670 damage. God. That's crazy. You get so used to the big numbers. It would be very difficult to go and play regular WoW now after playing this for, a couple weeks. Because you're so used to these huge, just big numbers. You go back to regular WoW and it'd be like, blink, blink. It'd be like hitting with a feather, I'm tickling you with my feather. I mean, the damage would be so weak compared to this. I'm at 29.55% chance to crit. What's up, Saj? What am I getting? What do you mean? I'm getting 677 crits. That's like crazy. Jesus.
Lovely.
Oh, talents? Dude, I've got 5 of 5 on Conviction, which is crit. I got 2 of 2 on Impale. Increases critical strike damage of your warrior abilities. Improved Overpower, of course. Crit, it's going to increase critical strike chance of Overpower. Improved Thunderclap, which is just huge. Again, crit. This 5/5 is just straight up crit. Taste for Blood. Whenever I use Rend, it procs my Overpower, which is great because my Overpower hits really hard. Thundering Strikes, again, is just pure crit. Two-hand weapon specialization increases my crit and increases my physical damage that I deal with my two-hand weapons.
Lovely.
So yeah, I just pushing tons of crit rating. But now that we've kind of got all the crit that I need, so now the talent points are going to start going in different areas. I push crit early on just to help me level. We need the big juicy crits. No, it's not a tanking build. This is just a DPS. This is a damage build. This is a wrecking, the wrecking crew build. This is all about just doing, you know, heavy damage, hitting hard. And I'm sure it's probably not the greatest build. You know, like I said, this server's been around for like 5 years, and I've only been playing on it. You know, I played on it once, probably, I'd say about 3 years ago. I played on this server a little bit, like just a couple hours. The server was a lot different then, and I didn't really like it then, to be honest. But they've done so much to it since then. It's a lot different. It's a lot better, to be honest. And so yeah, I mean, the server's been around for like 5 years. I've only played on it, you know, a couple weeks, so I haven't had a chance to really experiment with all the various builds you can do and just see kind of where we can go. My inventory is full. I need to we need to deal with this inventory situation. But let's go ahead and just hit level 39, and then we'll go clear out our inventory. Yeah, I may, you know, that's another thing too, is I may go into, I'm sure I'll come up with a couple builds. Yeah, the cool thing too is you can open up additional specs, right? Specialization 2, 3, 4. So you can open these up so that you can carry multiple builds and just switch between them. I don't know how to open them up outside of. I know you can buy them in the shop, of course, but once we get a couple more specializations, we can try different builds and save them. You know. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I didn't want to go with any seals because I'm more focused on warrior stuff. I actually had a build that used seal of not Crusader. Actually, I thought about picking up Seal of Crusader. Seal of Crusader could be decent. Let me look at it. But I don't think it does what it does in regular WoW. I think it's different. I think because remember some of the skills do get modified. I kind of want this pattern just for fun, but oh well. Honestly, we can get rid of the food, but it's not like I ever eat food. Like never eat. It cleaves, yeah. I figured it would be pretty good, but I'm not attacking a lot of multiple mobs really. But it would be good in dungeons, it'd be good in other situations. This isn't really a, there we go, level 39. This isn't really a multi-mob, you know, AoE type build. But I would like to set up, you know, a build like that. I would like to set up a lot of different builds. Set up like a cleaving build, set up a really tanky survival build, set up some sort of a real, like, you know, spell mage, or like, you know, what do you call it? Like a warrior mage. There's a name for that. I can't think of it right now, but I don't know. There's lots of different things I'd like to try. I know a lot of people do kind of like frost and kiting. There's a lot of kiting type builds you could do, or you could just basically. That would be interesting. It'd be interesting to build a build that when people get in close on you, you have high defense, so they really can't do much damage because you dodge most of their attacks. I'd love to build a build that has incredibly high resists and parries and basically all the kinds of defense you could ever think of. But those builds typically don't work that well because you end up putting in a lot of points into defense, but you don't have enough. You probably wouldn't have enough to do a lot of offense. I think building in something with a lot of high resistances would be good, you know, because a lot of people are probably doing some form of magic damage. So if you could get some high magical resistances, along with obviously your plate gear, you could be pretty just tanky in that respect. And so that's something, and that's one of the reasons why I grabbed Might of the Wild, because Might of the Wild does give you resistances to all, you know, all magic. I'm not sure what the max is. Right now it's only 4, but I'm only level 39. If we could get up to like around 20 resist, that would be pretty good. I don't know what it'll be at max level. Oh, So much stuff, so much water. Hur ska vi hitta lite hänga? Do I have an increased damage on my Thunderclap in any of these? Increases the threat, increases hit chance, increases damage by 8%, increases the critical strike damage. Increases its damage. Nah. Some of these blue items I want to hold on to so that I can pull the enchants out of them. Like this is like steady growth is a pretty good like enchant I would like to learn. And since it's a blue item, you can actually, pull that out. So if we go, I don't think I have any. How much money do I have? $31 gold. The crystal, the way the crystal works, and I'll show you, because I'm summoning my crystal right now. I'm summoning my altar. So if you interact with your mystic altar, you have to have mystic runes to do stuff for free. If you don't have mystic runes, it's going to cost you gold. So let's say I want to go into, what is this? Your sword and board talent. Here, from the shadows. All my abilities are pretty good. Let's say I want to reforge my bow, because see, I haven't done anything, so I'm only level 1. So reforging is going to cost 2.5 gold. Right now, I reduced the mana cost of my fireball ability. How much gold do I have? We're going to do one more. Okay, now it's what, Sinister Strike or Sinister Plague? But you can see my level went up a little bit, right? So what you want to do is you want to get to level 2. Once you get to level 2, then you'll have the ability to extract enchantments. Now you can only extract enchantments out of blue items or better. So like this here, like I could extract Improve Rend out of this. So if I put this in here, and I'm above level 1, I'm level 2, I'd be able to hit the extract button. And I could take that ability that it has, this Improved Rend, we could pull it out and save it in our spell book, right? See? And we would basically gain this spell. Now, once you get these spells in your book, you'll be able, there's ways that you can use them, right? Now, I don't know exactly how that works, but you'd be able to use them, and I'm not really sure. I think you can buy items that you could, like vellums or something. Yeah, you can't at level 1, but you can at level 2. Yeah, to get the mystic runes, you can definitely get them doing the dungeons blue, because I got some when I did dungeons. I was getting them from dungeon runs. Other than that, I'm not sure really where to get them. I don't really know how to use the enchantments once you've put them in your book. I don't know. I'd have to. Well, it can be a gold sink, but I think if you just run dungeons, like I said, I was getting them for running dungeons. Oh, is it different? Is it a different? Are you sure? I thought it was Mystic Rune. Oh, it's Mystic Extract. Okay, I'm sorry, Mystic Extract. But same thing. I'm pretty sure you might get it from dungeons. I don't know. Well, I was getting the runes. I definitely was getting the runes from doing dungeons. The other thing I'm wondering about, hey Blue, is I'm wondering, do they stack? See where it says equip increases damage on my thunderclap? If I were to put this belt in, does it stack? Yeah, it says 2 of 3. Is that 2 of 3 blue? Let's see. There's 2 blue. No, I don't think it's 2 or 3 blue because I've got 3 blues. Yeah, see, so you can see here I've got, yeah, so now I've got 16% increased damage on Thunderclap. What did I give up for that? I gave up a lot though. Because this Boar Champion belt is pretty impressive. But getting another 8% on Thunderclap because my Thunderclap hits so ridiculously hard is probably worth it, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. These things you're overpowered by 5%. Ah. Yeah, you can go to the Outland. Yep. The max level right now on this is 70. But they are working on Wrath of the Lich King content. So I think they're going to try to go to 80. Pretty sure that's what they're working on. I mean, the Wrath of the Lich King test server is up. I have access to it, so I can log in there and run around in there. And there's mobs and stuff, and you can fight them, and it's actually pretty difficult. I went out there and Fought some mobs and they were pretty tough. Oh, super speed! Missed my jump. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to jump down. Err. Okay, so we finished out all these. So blue, my thunderclap's hitting even harder this time around, I think. Check it out. Let's see. 600, but I've hit as high as 680.
Lovely. kiss your ass goodbye.
Fucking casters, man.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh. I don't think I have my mana shield up. It's not good. And of course...
You were screwed.
Run away! Oh shit, don't kill me. I'd be pissed if I die here. Come on, Bruiser, save me. Save me, Bruiser. And... Oh, the Rend Overpower is one of the strongest builds right now? Well, it's definitely... I don't know if you want to call my build a Rend Overpower build, but it definitely... I have spec'd into the Overpower damage. I haven't spec'd into Rend yet, but I was thinking about it. You can see I haven't spec'd into the bleed damage. And it's critical strike chance by 5 now, but when my Rend crits, it does hit for around 200 when it crits. I have hit higher than that. Good thing I had Feigned Death there, because that was weird. That was dicey. That last fight was really dicey. I think the one thing that I definitely want to get is more resist damage. Because you see there, those fireballs were just tearing me up. What was really hurting me there was the fireballs. Fire damage is always one of the hardest hitting things in World of Warcraft. Just fire damage hurts. But I made the mistake of... Well, they rooted me, so I couldn't really get to... You know, to the casters. So... These guys, plus these guys just hit a lot harder. Well, they're level 41. That's the other thing. The other mistake I made was thinking that this was going to be so easy because they're all like 2 levels above me, so that also made a big difference. But there's a 619. I've only seen, well, these guys are higher levels, so that's going to count for some of the difference in damage. Well, I did kick. Saj, I did kick. But those mages were, you know, not in range for kick. I kicked the first one, then he got rooted. He ran off, and then the other one was tagging me from distance, and I was rooted. And that's when it got a little scary, because when I ran off to finish off the one mage, I was getting pretty low in health. You know, so... But the big thing that'll kill you, that kills me, is I just get too overconfident, because you're just destroying mobs, and all of a sudden you go into a fight where you don't really take into account, you know, what you're looking at, really. I should have assessed that they were like 2 levels above me. But that's why I grabbed Feigned Death. Although even without Feigned Death there, I might have been able to survive, but it would have been very difficult to survive, I think, at that point, because I had no mana. And it's amazing I even remembered Feigned Death. I think that's the first time I used it in an actual combat situation. Yeah, I don't know, though, that you know, I think 15 strength is probably going to trump. Is going to trump the 8% maybe. I mean, that's a lot of strength. I don't know. 8%'s a lot though, and that's just the bonus spell damage. Oh man, that's tough. Let's try the 15 strength and see what these thunderclaps come in at. That was 261. Let's reset the damage meter. Well, those both came in at exactly 261. No, I don't have any rogue skills other than kick. I don't need them. Why would I need a rogue attack skill when I'm hitting people for like 400 with my overpower and like 600 and something with my... I don't think you want to mix too many... Oh, this guy's level 43. That was only 252. Of course, he's a higher level mob than the last one. 252. So right off the bat, those are both exactly 252, whereas the other one was like 261. So I'm going to think that maybe the 8% bonus is going to be better. But I'm going to lose damage on all my other abilities. Yeah, these guys are 4 levels above me.
Lovely.
When I run into mobs that are like this high above me, you start to get into a scenario where they're not... Ooh, that was a big overpower with the Whirlwind, or with the Wind Fury. You get into a scenario where that's where you need the filler ability. And my filler is a shitty filler right now. My filler really is just Rend. I don't have any other straight up attack, but that changes once I get Mortal Strike, because then I have Mortal Strike, Thunderclap, Overpower, and Rend. And at that point, I don't usually get to a situation where I don't have a decent filler. But I still think there will be situations where I probably am going to need one more type of filler. So I'll have to figure out what that's going to be. And probably it should be... it probably should be a magical attack, really. You know, maybe some sort of, you know, shaman magical, you know, magical blast or something. Like, we might want to go with, you know, Earth Shock or something. It reduces the melee attack speed too, which is kind of a nice effect. You know, Earth Shock, or maybe Frost Shock. Isn't there a Frost Shock? Yeah, Frost Shock. Frost Shock does a lot more damage. Frost Shock might be a nice ability to pick up, because it's instant in your face, and it slows as well. What's the one that has the interrupt? Not, is it Purge? Purge? No, it's not Purge. Wind Shear, that's the one. It interrupts spell casting. Yeah, Sheer would be I mean, I've already got Kick, but I doubt they share the same cooldown. I would think not. Oh, it does. So having Kick and Wind Shear might not be that great. This guy's level 44. Shit. And look at that. He's level 44, 5 levels above me, and I still beat his ass. All interrupts. Yeah, I see that. Blue. It said that on the tooltip. So that's good though. I mean, I think that otherwise you'd be like, casters would be in a nightmare situation if they could just be interrupted nonstop. You know. I have not been getting any Thunderclap procs, which is weird. Normally I do. Must just be the fact that these guys are so much higher level. Yeah, can you imagine if you had a frost warrior or something with like ridiculous interrupts? He could just get on a mage, and the mage would never be able to get away from the warrior because the mage would like blink and the warrior would just charge, and then the mage would like try to do something in root and the warrior would just get some sort of ability to clear the root. The mage would be screwed. She'd hardly ever get very many spell casts off against it, if you spec'd it right. It'd be very difficult. But I'm sure they have diminishing returns, I would imagine, on a lot of this stuff. I parried 2 of his attacks there. See, there is no filler there. I'm just waiting. The only thing I can really do is a Ren, but of course the Ren ended up killing him. But this quest is done. Let's go ahead and get out of here since these guys are pretty high level. Let's go do the giblets. The giblets. Yeah, I have kind of, some other stuff for this build that I want. These are things that I would like to get. Here. Like I want to get, Unrelenting Assault, reduces the cooldown of your overpower and revenge abilities, increases the damage done by abilities by 20%. Pushing my overpower damage up by another 20% would be pretty amazing. Taste for Blood, whenever your Ren causes damage, you have a 100% chance of allowing the use of overpower. Well, I've already got that one. And Blade Storm, I think, could be interesting. Wrecking Crew is an interesting one. Check out Wrecking Crew. All right, here, hold on a second. Wrecking Crew, your main hand melee and melee special critical strikes increase the damage of your overpower mortal strike, execute Rend and Thunderclap and Blade Storm. So if I had Blade Storm with Wrecking Crew, I mean, you're increasing my damage by another 15%. And then on top of that, having the other one that I just mentioned, was it Unrelenting Assault? Increasing my overpower by... I mean, now you're increasing your overpower by another 35%. My overpower already hits for like 400 damage. For even higher than that sometimes. So that'll be even more damage. I mean, this is really an overpower. This is pretty much an overpower Thunderclap build. That's kind of what it is. I mean, most of the damage is coming from overpower and Thunderclap. It really is just an enhanced arms warrior, I guess. Pretty much. But it's one of those things where if I keep trying different things, we'll have to do PvP against other people and see what the weaknesses are. I'm sure the weakness is going to be getting kited, and taking magic damage is going to be the weakness, so we're going to have to figure out how to not get kited. And stuff like that. Okay, we hit level 40. Now we can pick up Mortal Strike. And since we're level 40, Strength of Arms increases your total strength by 2, your stamina. The other thing, Blue, the other thing I was thinking about is, I mean, in a lot of other games, like, like Elder Scrolls Online and such, stamina builds are the big deal, where you're just pushing a lot of health, making it harder for other people to just outright blow you up. So it'd be interesting to try to somehow push, we could do it with gems in the Outland, just stack like as much stamina as we can. I mean, we're already going to get hit pretty hard, right? Just being able to actually just take a few hits without getting, blown up, that'd be something to think about, Ooh, we could pick up Bloodthirst. Instant attack target 250 damage. Your Rend, Garrett, and Rupture increase the damage by 10%. So if I have Rend on the target, it's going to increase it. In addition, the next one successfully attacks will restore 1% of max health. This effect will last 8 seconds. So I thought about picking up Blade Flurry for the increased attack speed. That's another thing I kind of toyed with. I don't see it. Is it a talent? Here. I toyed with picking up this one, Blade Flurry. This is going to increase our melee attack speed by 20%. In addition, attack strike additional nearby opponents. This would definitely go into any kind of a cleave build I would do, but just Blade Fury in general. I mean, 20% attack speed is pretty nice. And it's not super expensive. That's actually 2 and 1 that's not super bad. We could pick that up right now and test it out. So I think Blade Flurry, and then you kind of combo that with maybe the sword specialization here, increase your melee hit chance by 1%, and gives you a 2% chance to get an extra attack on the same target after hitting the target with your sword. 2% is not a lot though. That's just doesn't. But that's only 1 talent point, so I guess it's going to go up to what, 10% if you put 5 points into it. So whether or not that's worth it, I don't know. I mean, it could be. It could be. This damage is increased by 40% while wielding a single two-handed weapon. So the extra attack will deal 160% weapon damage. So that it's going to hit really hard. But yeah, I don't know. That's 5 talent points. So that's something to think about. And the Unrelenting Assault, though, I really want that one. Where's Unrelenting Assault at? It's here. Reduces the cooldown of Overpower and Revenge by 1 second. Increases the damage done by both abilities. It's going to be 20% if you put 2 points into it. In addition, if you strike a player with Overpower while they are casting, if you strike a player with Overpower while they are casting, their magical damage and healing will be reduced by 15% for 4 seconds. So that will be good against killing healers. Or and it'll nerf their damage overall, too, if you just, So that's interesting. I think this is an interesting talent. Anyways, just thoughts, musings. Yo. Oh, and I didn't finish out my shaman one either. This one. Increase elemental weapons. Increases the damage caused by your Winfrey weapon by 15%. That's something I think I should probably pick up. It also increases frostwell damage granted on your frostburn weapon, and increases the bonus healing. But I'm merely increasing the damage of Wind Fury. Sounds pretty good. What do you think about that one, Blue? Putting 3 talent points into this theoretically could increase the damage by my Wind Fury weapon effect by 45% with all 3 talent points. That could be pretty amazing, actually. We can certainly unlearn that skill, so let's do it. Let's hold on. We'll see. Oh. These guys are still higher level than me, so I gotta be a little careful. Ooh, Mortal Strike for 715. Nice.
Lovely.
And these guys drop a lot of junk. Almost. I was level 46, so I'm getting there. Getting there, RJ. I was 46, so getting closer. Getting closer. One of the best things about Thunderclap is I can still use it while I'm disarmed. Another thing I want to do is try to reduce disarm duration. There's a couple abilities that do that. Not sure how good they are, but Might toy around with them just to see. The hell? What knocked me down there? That was weird. Maybe I came from my left side. What freaked me out was my book came flying up to the left.
Lovely.
My book here was so far behind that right as my book came out of the left side of the screen to here is the exact same time he knocked me down. And it felt like someone threw something at me from the left, and it came up and hit me, and I was like, what the hell? Freaked me out. It was just him knocking me down. Damn book scared me. One thing is Mortal Strike takes a lot of rage. So we're going to want to pick up some abilities that will increase my rage. Or maybe even pick up Bloodthirst. Ooh. Requires mining 175. What? It's only a one-hand weapon. The Digmaster. Increases critical strike damage of your Mortal Strike ability by 2%. Oh, man. Chance on hit punctures target's armor. But it's only one hand, so I wouldn't ever use it anyway. Although I would like to pull the that Brutal Mortal Strike out of it. Save it. But yeah. Where is... You might want to grab Blood Rage is what I was thinking. But it does generate the cost of health, which kind of sucks. We haven't picked up Armor to the Teeth yet, but that's kind of something that's going to be better when I have more plate, and I don't have any plate right now. Intercept's also another ability I thought would be worth in PvP to give us more mobility. Double crits on Thunderclap for 637. Nice. I may stop here at 9 o'clock. Give myself a 30-minute nap before I have to work. Tired. Got 5 minutes. Let's see if we can wreck some of these mobs in 5 minutes. Oh man, these guys are 44. That rend hit for 310. That's a lot for rend.
Lovely.
Ooh, 41.8 damage. Reduces the threat you deal with rend. PE, oh, 20. Oh, this looks like a pretty nice item. 10 strength, 23 agility. Increase your PvE power by 45. 151 top end damage. This is like, holy mother of... Man, we got to get to level 43 so we can equip this bad boy. That's going to hit hard. That's going to hit very hard. Yow, Gouger. Oh, Gouger. That is going to hit so hard.
Lovely.
I do think I need more defensive skills, but the thing is, I hit so hard that it's like defense against PvE stuff isn't quite as necessary. But I don't know, man. Blood Rage still seems like... Oh, you know what we could pick up is Improved Charge. Reduces the cooldown of charge, because it's usable in combat, so that actually would be really good. Because it'll help us generate more rage, and it'll help us move around fast, you know, bounce around. What's the cooldown now? 30 seconds. We could get it down to 18. That would be interesting. Iron Will's kind of cool, because for 8% of your strength as parry rating, and gives you a 33% chance to gain 50% damage reduction for 10 seconds. Only 6 seconds have used against players. After dealing damage with Mocking Blow. I'd have to pick up Mocking Blow then, because I don't have that. Mocking Attack. Dealing moderate damage, or that causes moderate amount of threat. The forces target to focus attacks for you. It's kind of a strange ability. It's kind of a tanking skill, but it wouldn't be bad in PvP. You're reducing 50% of your incoming damage. And it's 10 seconds, too. That seems like completely overpowered. I'm going to try this out. We're going to learn Mocking Blow. Alright? And then we're going to put all of our talent points into this. Now it says we have a 100% chance to gain 50% damage reduction. Also, it says it converts 20% of my strength as parry rating. So let's take a look at what my parry rating looks like now. Where is my parry? So now my parry is 9.71, which isn't great. I should have looked at it before we put the talents into it. But what I really want to see is, does the Mocking Blow reduce damage? Because it could be really useful in a lot of situations, actually. So let's just see how much he normally hits for. Miss. 54. You know. I parried 2 attacks. 61. He's having a hard time hitting me. 61, 64. Mocking Blow. 24.
Lovely.
31.
Lovely.
Wow. But the thing with Mocking Blow is it's a 2-minute cooldown. Pretty interesting, though. If you knew you were like... If you were in a PvP situation, and you knew someone was about to and you wanted to kind of start off the fight, I don't know. It would be better if it wasn't a 2-minute cooldown. That's the thing about it. If it was. I mean, 2 minutes is a long time. Is there any way if there was any way to reduce the cooldown on Mocking Blow? But I doubt you can do it. Still, getting the additional parry rating isn't bad, but man, it's a pretty high cost. What else? So it converts 20% strength as parry rating. There's 10 seconds. This effect is only active when wielding a single two-handed weapon. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess 2-minute cooldown isn't super long, but it's kind of long. But I mean, 10 seconds is a long time. Another thing I really want to get is Purify. Purify or Cleanse. Level 42. I think Cleanse would be worth getting. And seconds. Let's get rid of it. Miss. He did minus 88 damage. 26. 25. Miss, I guess. 26. 26. It's pretty interesting. If it was a 1-minute cooldown, it'd be overpowered. It'd be completely overpowered. 2-minute cooldown, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not bad, is it? It's one of those things where I think it's not something you would necessarily grab. I don't think it's something you would grab if you had something better to get. It would be like one of those things, well, I've got some extra points and I don't know where to put them, and I've already gotten everything else I want. Then I think it would be something that would be useful. It'd be good against certain things. Like if you're going in PvP and you've got a hunter on you with some sort of a really powerful pet and he pops a Bestial Wrath, you could just use it against that. You know, you could use it against certain, or like he does Whirlwind or something, and you're caught, and you're rooted or something, and you're eating a Whirlwind. You know, or Blade Storm, I mean. You're eating a Blade Storm. You could pop Mocking Blow, because it reduces the damage by 50%. So it's actually, in PvP, I could see it as being very useful. Very useful. I mean, you know, mitigating 50% of damage on someone's biggest hit is going to be pretty valuable. Anyways, I'm out here, guys. I got to go to work. So I will catch everybody later. So we just got... I kind of like it. I think Mocking Blow, I think that's kind of an interesting talent. And it does give you the flat increase in parry. Like, we could unlearn it just to see. I really wish I would have checked my parry rating beforehand. Let's read it again. It's converts 25% of your strength as parry rating. So my strength is... Yeah, so see, it's not really that much, because it basically all it did was give me like another percentage. Because 25% would be like, what, 50? And so it gave me 2% more parry, I think. So my parry probably was around 7.71. The good news is, though, it'll keep getting better. You know, the more strength I get, the more benefit I get. So, you know, so it may end up being like 4 or 5% more parry, which not bad. It's actually not bad. Oh, other thing is, let's make sure that we have strength. Okay, cool. Make sure that we're using strength. All right, I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day.